Hi, this is Linda Welsh from Linda Welsh Realty Group. I want to talk to you today about how to negotiate a win-win in a real estate deal. And from the perspective of the buyer first, if you're representing a buyer, then you're going to want to really think and find out, really explore what's important to a seller before making that offer. It's always a good idea to call the agent. Find out, first of all, if they have any other offers. This will make a big difference on how you're going to structure your offer. And then find out what's important to the seller. Sometimes it's not always about money. Sometimes it's about getting a seller lease back. Sometimes it's about the timing. Perhaps they need to wait a month or two to close because of their capital gains that they would otherwise be subject to. So really look at what's important to the seller and make a note of contacting that listing agent and also developing a rapport with them. You're going to want to understand the needs and motivations of both parties. For your buyers, it could be timing for them, could be the school year, they want to get their kids in school by a certain time. It could be that they want to be in a particular neighborhood. Take the time to learn about both parties' goals, their constraints, and their non-negotiables and expectations. If they give you a very long laundry list of what they want in a home, but you just can't find all of those things for that price range and area that they want, find out what is the most important thing that is a non-negotiable and whether or not they're willing to look in other neighborhoods or what they may have to give up. This is a sensitive subject, but one you can handle well if you're used to talking to buyers and talking about what's really important. Is it really important that you have that 4-bedroom? Or are you willing to give up having a half acre if you can have everything you want in your home? Are you willing to live with a 2-car garage rather than a 3-car garage if the 3-car garage was something that they wanted? Then establish open and transparent communication. It's extremely important to stay in touch regularly, to talk to your clients or prospects on a regular basis, and prioritize and talk about how you best want to stay in touch with one another. If you're a millennial or are inclined, you may want to use mostly text message. If you have an international client, you may want to use WhatsApp. It may be that they like having a phone call or emails, or they want more than one way to communicate. I know for myself, I always tell people, if you want to reach me quickly, even if you're going to email me, text me and tell me you have an important email, because I don't check my emails very often during the day. I check them at the beginning and at the end of the day. So find out what works for you, what works for your clients, and sometimes you may need to remind them a little bit of how best to reach you so that they don't feel that you're ignoring them or not available. And stay well informed about what's going on in the neighborhood. When you're doing open houses for a listing, you may want to find out from the neighbors. Make sure to invite the neighbors and find out everything you can about the neighborhood if you don't already live there or don't already know that. Make sure that you're transparent. Sometimes it makes sense to remind your client that if you don't know about a particular situation, that it's really hard for you to help them with that. So that while you keep everything confidential, you want to make sure that you know what's going on, and so that you can best guide them and direct them to the exactly what they need, and to fulfill their needs. Number 3, seek creative solutions and compromises. Sometimes it makes sense to do something a little bit outside the box, or to do something in order to make your offer stand out. Maybe more earnest money or more option fee, which in the state of Texas has to do with our inspection period, will make sense. Maybe paying for the title policy where the seller may ordinarily pay for it. Maybe you'll want to do that in order to make your offer stand out. Don't be afraid to ask the listing agent on the other side of the transaction, what would really make this stand out? What would make this a great deal for your seller? 9 times out of 10, you're going to hear price. I understand that. But when you're up against another offer, those little tweaks may make all the difference. And by the way, your reputation as a great realtor to deal with can also make all the difference. So make sure you establish and nurture those relationships with other agents. And if you have a great transaction with them, don't be afraid to thank them and to have a conversation with them about real estate in general, or anything about a neighborhood that might make them feel like they know you really well. So this is Linda Welsh from Linda Welsh Realty Group. Be creative in your offers and make sure to find out what works for everybody. And good luck in your selling. I'd love to help you with your business. Give me a call. Thanks.